Lately, I've had several clients relocating to South Carolina who seriously considered both the Lowcountry and the Upstate when deciding where to live. The folks I've worked with ultimately chose the Upstate, of course, but as we all know, not everyone will. In fact, this year alone, I've had several folks from Charleston and Hilton Head reach out to me about moving to the Upstate from the Lowcountry, and that is what inspired today's video. So in this video, we are putting these two regions head to head, and I'll break down why, in my opinion, the Upstate comes out on top every single time. Let's do it. As always, my friends, my name is Sawyer, your friend in real estate here in the Upstate of South Carolina, and it's our goal with this YouTube channel that we are your #1 resource for all the things that you need to know about your relocation to the Upstate. We aim to provide you with the most relevant, the most reliable, the most practical, and the most data-driven information that you can find or can't find on the internet. If you are planning to relocate to the Upstate, I would love to help you. I helped over 100 families with their real estate transactions in 2024, and my team and I are well on our way to help many more than that this year in 2025. We'd love to add you to our client family, so please do me a favor and email me at my email below, and let's get you home here in Greenville. So first up, let's talk about lifestyle. And when you really look at it, the Upstate and the Lowcountry feel like two totally different worlds. The Upstate is, you could say, more grounded, a little slower paced, but in the best way. Think vibrant cities like Greenville or Spartanburg with walkable downtowns, a tight-knit community feel, and far fewer tourists. You're not bumping elbows with vacationers, and most of the people that you meet here actually live here full time. The Lowcountry, on the other hand, especially places like Charleston, Hilton Head, or Bluffton, feel a little bit more transient. There's a stronger resort town vibe, and that comes with more traffic and turnover, especially in these summer months. Just to put it in perspective, in 2024 alone, almost 8 million people visited Charleston, plus another 3 million visited Hilton Head and Bluffton, so 11 million people visited the Lowcountry combined. Greenville certainly has tourism too, but it's about 30% less than what you see on the coast. Some people love that beachy coastal energy, and sure, it's great in small doses, but if you're looking for community over crowds and being able to drive a mile without stop and go tourist traffic, the Upstate definitely wins on the lifestyle front. Next up, let's talk about cost of living, and this one's a biggie, especially if you're retiring or relocating from a more expensive state and you don't want to carry those same costs into your new home here in South Carolina. Across the board, the Upstate is more affordable than the Lowcountry, hands down. According to costofliving.com, Greenville is about 10% less expensive than Charleston. And from my personal experience, my family vacations in Charleston every year, and it's hard to eat out for less than $125 for two people, where in Greenville, you can often stay closer to $100 if two people are eating out. And when it comes to housing, the difference is even more obvious. According to Redfin, the median home price in 2025 in Hilton Head is $755,000. In Charleston, it's $630,000. And in Greenville, it's $475,000. But if you look at our local MLS data, the average sales price in Greenville is actually closer to $390,000. And while I'd expect Charleston and Hilton Head numbers to be slightly different than what Redfin reports, they're still significantly higher than Greenville. Bottom line, you're going to get more house for your money, often with lower property taxes and insurance costs here in the Upstate. Coastal areas come with coastal pricing, meaning higher homeowners insurance premiums, plus separate wind and hail policies potentially, or even flood insurance, which can add thousands of dollars per year. Here in Greenville, flood insurance is extremely rare, and I've never seen anyone needing wind coverage and only a handful of people needing flood coverage. Even everyday expenses like gas and groceries cost more in the Lowcountry, driven by tourism and a resort-based economy where short-term guests set the price pace. So while both regions offer a great quality of life, if you want to stretch your budget and avoid those coastal insurance headaches, the Upstate clearly wins in the cost of living category. So next up, let's talk about weather. And weather is another big factor when comparing the Upstate and the Lowcountry. In the Lowcountry, you've got that classic coastal climate, long, hot, and very humid summers with mild winters. For example, when I prepped this video, the humidity in Greenville was 48%, while in Charleston it was 77%, and in Hilton Head it was 67%. Nearly a 50% higher humidity level than Greenville there in the Lowcountry. That's because those coastal areas are right at sea level, while Greenville sits at 1,000 feet above sea level. We're simply cooler on average, and it feels cooler too. Then there's hurricane season. Even without a direct hit, storms bring heavy rain, flooding, and property damage risks. I've had multiple clients move from places like Florida to escape worsening hurricanes, and the Lowcountry still faces those same threats. The Upstate, on the other hand, offers true seasonal variety. Summers here are certainly hot, but less humid. Evenings cool off faster, and you actually experience spring blooms, colorful fall foliage, and even the occasional light snowfall. This past winter was unusually cold, with multiple nights below freezing and even 3 separate snowfalls, which is kind of rare in our area and definitely had everyone local excited. And up here, you don't need to worry about hurricanes. We may get some rain and wind from inland storms, but there's nothing close to what the coast faces every year. So if you want 4 distinct seasons and to skip hurricane prep every summer, the Upstate wins on weather. And next, let's talk about healthcare. Healthcare access is another major factor when deciding where to live, especially if you are retiring or planning long term. And in the Lowcountry, Charleston and Hilton Head have respected hospitals and medical centers. MUSC in downtown Charleston is one of the top healthcare facilities in the Southeast, but access can be an issue with seasonal population spikes causing appointment delays, traffic congestion, and in Hilton Head's case, relying on smaller facilities that sometimes can require trips into Charleston for specialized care. The Upstate has a surprisingly strong healthcare network for its size. In Greenville, you're going to find Prisma Health, South Carolina's most comprehensive provider, Bon Secours, Spartanburg Regional, and AnMed. Novant Health, also from Charlotte, is opening up facilities here in the next year or so as well. And because Greenville is centrally located, you're only a couple of hours from Charlotte and Atlanta, and just a few hours from Duke or UNC for top-tier specialty treatment. Beyond healthcare, day-to-day conveniences is another big advantage. The GSP International Airport offers nonstop flights to dozens of destinations, and it's really easy to get through the GSP airport. Traffic is also more manageable here. The Lowcountry, particularly Charleston and Hilton Head, experience severe congestion during tourist season. Driving in and out of Hilton Head can feel like a parking lot, with just one way in and one way off the island. In the Upstate, however, sure, we've got hot spots like Woodruff Road, but typically you can cross town in about 30 minutes without feeling gridlocked. Clients often tell me they're surprised at how accessible and easy it is to get around Greenville. So whether it's healthcare, airport access, or navigating day-to-day life, the Upstate offers strong infrastructure and convenience without the seasonal headaches of the coast. Next, let's take it outside and talk about outdoor recreation and nature. The Lowcountry is all about coastal living, beaches, seafood, marshes, and barrier islands. If you love boating, fishing, or just being near the ocean, you're going to find plenty of that there. Hilton Head has fantastic golf courses, Charleston has stunning water views, but the land is flat and the outdoor activities mostly center around the water, plus the usual pickleball and golf scene. The Upstate gives you access to mountains, lakes, state parks, all just a short drive away. We've got Lake Kiowee, we've got Lake Hartwell, and we've got Lake Jocassee for boating and fishing, plus Paris Mountain State Park and the Blue Ridge Mountains less than an hour away. You can head into western North Carolina and you'll find some of the prettiest hiking trails in the Southeast, like Triple Falls, with waterfalls, overlooks, and scenic drives along Highway 11. Golf is big here too, with some of the top public and private courses in South Carolina right here in the Upstate. There's plenty of options to choose from. Unlike the Lowcountry's intense humidity, the Upstate's cooler evenings and lighter air make it easier to enjoy the outdoors year-round. So while the Lowcountry wins for beachfront living and possibly water access, the Upstate offers far more variety from mountains, waterfalls, lakes, wide open spaces, all without the crowds. So which region comes out on top, the Lowcountry or the Upstate? At the end of the day, it's all about what you value most. If you want beachfront living, salty air, and that classic South Carolina coastal lifestyle, the Lowcountry delivers that in spades. But if you're looking for more affordability, seasonal variety, strong convenience, abundant healthcare access, and the ability to spend your days surrounded by mountains, lakes, and wide open spaces without the threat of hurricanes hanging over your head, the Upstate wins every single time. That's why so many of my clients considered both regions, but ultimately decided to call the Upstate home. If you're considering a move to South Carolina and you're looking to figure out which area is truly a best fit for you, reach out to me at my cell phone number below or shoot me an email at my email below. I would love to help you get home here in the Upstate. And as always, my friends, my name is Will Sawyer, your friend in real estate. And until next time, stay safe.
Well, this video is going to be about Greenville County, the upstate of South Carolina. Great thing to do and easily in the evening.
I'm a local real estate expert here in the area.
All the time, we're right behind me is a really cool place called Freight Yard.